Hello friend, welcome to Data Laksh. My name is Siraj Ahmed and in the last video we had discussed about the syllabus of the machine learning for the GATE DA paper. And in this video we'll be discussing about the introduction part to the machine learning. So now let us see what is the machine learning. Machine learning is the subset of AI as we know in this figure given. And the definition what it says, machine learning is the type of artificial intelligence that allows computer to learn without being explicitly programmed. So what is the meaning of this sentence, to learn without being explicitly programmed? So as we know, currently we have two type of system. One is AI based and second is a traditional computer. So in case of traditional computer, the work performed by the being here the word explicitly programmed. So here the system was programmed for the each task. But in this case of AI, the system learn from the data. It is not explicitly programmed like the traditional computer system. So it's a if you see further, you might have been seen the one figure here like this one. In case of traditional, we had the data and we had program, and through that we get the output. So this is the case for the traditional computer system. But in case of AI, we have data and we have output, and the system automatically get programmed, or we can say certain rules right here. So this is the structure for the machine learning system. So also here mention, it involves the feeding data into the algorithm that can identify the pattern. So it find the pattern and make prediction on the new data right here. So it also can predict for the new data also, or we can say unseen data right here. Now let us see type of machine learning. So machine learning mainly is three types. One is the supervised learning, and second is unsupervised learning, and third one is the reinforcement learning right here. Now let us see one by one what is the supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So in case of supervised learning, what we know, it work for the label data here. So we provide some label data, and this go under the some training part. And when we machine get this data, it train and the develop some model, and on that basis of model it predict the uh, for the new data right here. So what it say, in supervised learning, we have sample label data. So we have label data are provided to the machine learning system for the training purpose, and the system then predict the output based on the on that training data right here. So this is used for the, if you see the application part, for example we can say spam email classification, right? So this is the application for the supervised learning part. So this is the structure for the supervised learning. Now let us see what is the unsupervised learning. So in case of unsupervised learning, we can say the model find the hidden pattern or intrinsic structure in the input data without labeled responses. So we don't have here supervised case. We don't have here labeled response, but we have unlabeled responses, we can say. So you can see here in this picture, we don't have the labeled data. We have unlabeled data, and we provide this in the machine, and machine find the algorithm, and it classify the different category. So without, here the data is unlabeled data, and this work for the this unlabeled data. So here you can see the application for the unsupervised learning, customer segmentation right here. Now let us see reinforcement learning. So what is the reinforcement learning? So this is the different from the both the two supervised and unsupervised. So this work for the on this work based on the the trial and error model right here. So the model learn through the trial and error by the receiving feedback. The feedback may be both type positive or negative or neutral also. So in case of we can say positive, here we have reward, and negative we have some penalties here right here. So this is the if you see the application part, for example, game playing AI is like the AlphaGo here, right? So this is the very popular game, and this is the in case of AI also. So this in case of AlphaGo, this the model is through the reinforcement learning. So you can say this is the structure for the reinforcement learning model. We have agent and environment right here. So agent work based on the environment and what type of feedback we get, either positive or negative, and on that basis it take the action right here. Now, if you see the how many step involved or the how machine learning works, so this work through the this structure. So we can say we have some input data, we have data, and on basis of that data, we analyze what type of data we have, and through that data we find the some pattern, and on this pattern we do prediction, and finally on that prediction we make certain decision here, right? So this is the certain step involved in the machine learning. Further we can say this step. So first step, in case of machine learning, we need to go with the data collection part, or gather the relevant data for that purpose. After that, we do some data pre-processing task. For example, cleaning, prepare the data for the training purpose. Next, we do the model selection. So we choose the an algorithm. For example, decision tree, SBM, or neural network. So there are certain type of model. Through that we go with the prediction part at uh, and next is the training. So the use data to reach the model by the adjusting its parameter. So in case we go with the training part, and here the data to teach the model by adjusting its parameter. And next is the evaluation. So of course the evaluation also important. So this done by the testing the model performance on the unseen data right here. So we have two type of data. One is the seen data, and another is unseen data. Unseen data we okay, we train the model, and for the unseen data we test the model. And the final step we can say the prediction. Deploy the model to make the decision here. Now let us see the application of the machine learning. So application of the machine learning for example, everyday life use case, a recommendation system. If you see the Netflix, Amazon, so they heavily use this type of recommendation system in modern day. Autonomous vehicles, for example, self-driving car. So that also machine learning. Healthcare, we predict the disease outcome based on the model. And in case of finance, fraud detection, stock market prediction. So currently use this is the very much used in this finance domain also. And natural language processing, also known the NLP, chatbot, language translation. So this is also use a machine learning model to perform certain tasks. Now let us see what are the some popular machine learning algorithms here. So for example, linear regression, decision tree, support vector machine, neural network, k-means clustering. So these are the some popular machine learning algorithm, and also this is this is also divided into three part: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, as we have seen in the previous discussion. Uh, so in case of supervised, we have regression, decision tree, random forest classification. These are the some uh, uh, model here, and here is the we have clustering model, association analysis, hidden Markov model, and in case of reinforcement, continuous and categorical type of reinforcement learning we have. Now let us see what are the challenges in the machine learning. So machine learning also face many challenges. For example, in case of data quality, garbage in the garbage out. So this is the challenges with respect to, as we know, this is the machine learning based machine learning model based on the data. So if you provide good data, it will the model will perform good, and if you provide bad data, it will work badly. So the data quality is very much important here. Now another is case for the overfitting. So model perform well on the training data but poorly perform for the new data. So this is the overfitting. Further we discuss about in the next class what is the in detail. Bias and fairness. So bias is also very much challenging with respect to AI. Ensuring the model does not perpetuate the existing biases, right? So as we know, there are so many uh, model this that behave badly for in the, or we can say they are biased. For example, if you know, in case of China, or in case of any model or any AI built in the China, there are some level of biases uh, with respect to their political system. uh, right? So that is also challenge with respect to AI. Next is the computational power. Large data set require the significant resources, though that also require a large amount of resources for to train the model. We can conclude here as machine learning is a powerful technology, as we know, driving the innovation in the many fields. So as we know, currently machine learning is the very powerful tools are in large picture we can say AI. So as we know, this is the current era we can say is the era of AI. So this is the very much powerful technology. Next, we can say understanding the basic help in the grasping the more advanced AI and data science concept. So, if you know the basic part of the machine learning, it will help you further to understand what is the AI and how it work right here. So, this is the very much important topic in the current scenario. So that's it from this video. If you find this video informative, please don't forget to subscribe this channel and share your friend circle. Uh, so that's it, and thank you for watching this video again.